welcome to a special program of Cricket Predicta brought to you by 1xBet for making infrastructures Delhi NCR. What happened last night was pure bliss for a cricket fan. Yes, it was lights, camera, action, and guess who was the superstar? Virat Kohli came off to a vintage start and gave a fan moment to all the RCB fans, something to be proud of. Last night, under the Chinnaswamy lights, RCB edged past Rajasthan Royals by mere 11 runs to clinch their first home win of IPL. Yes, first win of IPL at the home in 2025. Virat Kohli, 70 of 42 deliveries, 95 runs stand with Devdutt Padikkal, who scored 50 of 27 in a historic feat. Kohli became the first ever batter to score 3,500 T20 runs at a single venue. And what a moment it was. Big score, big records, big man, big player, big occasion, and something to cheer about for the Rajasthan Royal fans. Krunal Pandya's twin strike and RCB's total of 205 for 5 was just too much for Rajasthan Royals. Yes, from that on, the battle of pride which happens today. But more importantly, let's get our first guest in the house straight from Sydney, Australia. It's Paul Dinnett. Paul, welcome to the show. You must be a very pleased man considering you are a Kohli fan. Your views on how the team, what happened, and Josh Hazlewood looked too tough to handle for Rajasthan Royal batters last night. Your views?
Well, it comes down to height and athleticism. You know, sometimes Hazlewood I don't think is best covered by television. He looks slightly ungainly, maybe not as athletic as some other bowlers. But when you see him in the flesh, you realise he is an athlete. I remember the first time I ever saw him up close. I was at the Sydney Cricket Ground. I just happened to be sitting right on the boundary and he was fielding nearby. He was enormous. I knew he was tall, but I just looked up at him and thought, how could anyone ever face him? And when you see him live, he is quick. He bowls regularly above 140 kilometres an hour. He is a handful and an athlete. And so that extra bounce that he gets at that speed, it's wicked. And, you know, you look at the Jofra Archer dismissal where it just bounces a little bit more than players expect. He doesn't need to pitch it that short in order to get that extra bounce, and he's deadly. And he is one of the very best bowlers in the world.
Paul, where did Rajasthan Royals batting lag during their run chase of 206? Yeah, they were heading towards it quite comfortably and suddenly they lost the plot. What is your opinion of the match last night?
Ah, who would be a Rajasthan fan? What a disastrous 3 matches. Imagine adding 6 points to Rajasthan on the table and taking 2 off Delhi, 2 off Lucknow and 2 off Bangalore. The table would look very different. Rajasthan would be right in the mix, and that's what their fans would feel like, that they have somehow contrived to lose the last 3 games from highly winnable situations. And yeah, we're going to give a lot of credit to Josh Hazlewood, as we should. But I think it was Krunal Pandya and Suyash Sharma in those middle overs that just put the lid on the runs chase. And it's happened a few times now where they look like they're cruising Rajasthan, they lose a wicket or 2, they push some singles, and suddenly a game that should have been done and dusted stretches right out till the end and they contrive a way to lose it. So, yeah, it's a forgettable season for Rajasthan and one they'll feel that they could have been in the mix for.
Thank you, Paul. That was an interesting insight to the lovely match that happened last night. We'll let you go and also invite Anil Chaudhary, one of the greatest umpires that we've seen in IPL and international from India in the last 2 decades. Anil, welcome to the show. Where does SRH need to tick the boxes in the batting lineup, considering the collapse in the last game? Remember, CSK and SRH are fighting for their pride.
SRH has to work on their middle order because last game they got good start, but middle order could not cultivate that. And the problem is they have top 3 guys. If they are scoring, team is doing well. But few games, even those 3 batsmen have scored in power play, but middle order could not manage the run rate and they could not finish well. I think Nitish Reddy, Klassen and Aniket Verma, they need to play longer, especially Nitish Reddy. Because last game they had good start, but still they were less than 150. So this area they need to work. And someone like Nitish Reddy, one set or make 10 runs, he should play longer like Virat Kohli is doing for RCB. And Like Rahane sometimes does it for KKR, although coming at opening but playing few more overs. So unless they play well in middle order, they should have few wickets in the end, and then only they can manage good score. So SRH need to focus on their middle order so that they play full overs with batsmen in their dressing room. Thank you.
Anil, now on to the two giants, one stadium and nothing to lose. It's Chennai Super Kings versus the Sunrisers Hyderabad. And tonight, pride is only the prize that they have on the table because they are completely out of the top six of the table. Match 43 of the IPL is set to look like a spin thing. Chepauk, where CSK lost or host the Sunrisers Hyderabad in a face of fueled by passion, pride. Both teams are locked at the bottom of the table with just 2 wins from 8 matches. Yes, what do you make of a situation where two of the big teams from South India actually were posing like the big contenders and they've just won 2 matches? We must also remember that CSK has had their share of injuries. Are CSK in a position to take advantage of home condition in today's match where they play for pride and not for the table?
Home game for Chennai, and they should take advantage of their ground. Of course, they have played lot of matches here, practice matches here, and they have good. They have good bowling attack. Especially Noor is doing very well. Jaddu did very well in the last game. They have Ashwin also. Khalil did very well in most of the games, except few. And batting now they have Ayush Mahatre. What a talent he is! I think he's late, but nevertheless he has started, and he was very impressive. With Ravindra, he will give a good start. Then you have Dube who has started scoring now, and Jaddu can also chip in with the score, being an all-rounder. So I think because remember, SRH is a very dangerous side, but again, good disciplined bowling can restrict them. We have seen in past, and it can be done again. So CSK should be in good shape to control the game because Chennai team, Chennai ground, and advantage to Chennai for all this. Remember, they are playing with SRH. That's it. That's a team. Those who can surprise anyone, either they will make 150 or 200 plus. Dangerous side. But again, Chennai with disciplined bowling and good captainship of Thala can make the difference. Good game. Let's see how it goes.
Well, we'll let Anil Chaudhary go and invite Noel David for the match today. Noel David, thank you very much for joining us. Noel, of course, is a former Indian off spinner who's played for India. But more importantly, he now coaches the junior team of Assam Cricket Board. CSK has been massively dominant over SRH in the head-to-head play battles in IPL. Will it be a positive sign for them amidst poor run of form? Remember, nobody is playing for tables, nobody is playing for the matches, run rates, everything. They're just playing for simple pride of their fans. What is your view?
Hi Sunil, yeah, it's a really sad story of these two teams who have been a dominant figure in this IPL since so many years. Especially Chennai Super Kings, who are the 5-time champions, are at the bottom of the table, and last year's runners-up SRH, who is also accompanying them at the bottom of the table. It's really sad to see that they lay so low in this year's IPL. Unfortunately, both the teams, whatever they are doing, it's not clicking towards them. Yes, this auction has really upsetted a lot of teams' combination. You see, it's because a lot of good players have been transferred to different teams. That's why the balance of the team has been broken, especially in SRH and Chennai and some other teams also. But I think SRH must be feeling that pain when they lost Puneshwar, Natarajan, and a few more. Samad especially, who is a good bat in the middle, to the end of the overs. I think they are missing him, and even Chennai Super Kings must be missing a few quite players. This is cricket, and this is the format of T20. But I think. Chennai Super Kings and SRH are in the same boat. Whether Chennai leads head to head or SRH leads head to head, that it doesn't matter. But they have to play for the prestige to stay in this the IPL. But I think Chennai Super Kings and SRH will figure it out by themselves today who will dominate each other, because I don't see any contest in this match, because I feel that both the teams are the same way. batting, or whether it's the batting or the bowling or the fielding. I don't think none of them have that capability. Maybe I can say if Chennai Super Kings can dominate a little bit with SRH because of their bit of bowling towards the end, or because they have Jadeja, Ashwin and Noor Ahmed there in the spin department. But SRH doesn't even have that to balance their side. They have to depend on their batting. Unfortunately, we have to wait and see who will win this game.
Noel, what went wrong actually when you look at both the teams? One is a five-time winner, the other is started off with a bang, actually threatening to become the finalist of this year's edition. And suddenly, both teams, yes, I repeat, both teams have won just 2 games out of their 8 games. What is going wrong with them overall at a macro level? Your views?
Yes, Sunil, both are having a bad run in this IPL. Both are not performing to what the franchisees or their fans expected, especially five-time champions Chennai Super Kings. I think the fan expected a lot out of this team, and even SRH fans must have thought that they will play the same brand of cricket what they played last year. They started off well in the first game against KRR, but after that, there was a dismal show again of SRH, and the same with the Chennai Super Kings. I think it's because of the combinations what has been done. I think SRH has no bowling at all, and they all depended on their batting, which never clicked. It clicked sometimes, but often it never clicked. I think even the bowling never clicked for them. That's why they couldn't, capitalize that opportunity, whatever came by. And the same with the Chennai Super Kings. Unfortunately, both are sailing the same boat at the bottom of the table. I think this game will just be to play for their prestige, just because it is the formality which they have to complete in the stage group. There's no way where they will qualify from here. I don't think so. It's only the matter of time that will tell, this thing. But what I feel is that Chennai Super Kings, I think, will have that slight edge over SRH in this game. They have that bowling unit. Maybe the batting should come good because they also are depending mostly on their top order batting to give them a good start. Yes, they lost Ruturaj Gaikwad initially because of injury. He was the backbone, but this is, as I said, this is cricket. Anything can happen anytime. So I think this game will just be a prestige thing to be played, a formality. I hope it will be a good game to be watched.
Thank you, Noel. We'll let you go and also invite Tos Rizvi. Tos Rizvi, of course, is a famous journalist from Mumbai who's also one of the most astute brains who looks at the minute details of the IPL this season. Dos, welcome to the show. Team batting first has dominated the Chidambaram Stadium in the IPL history with 51 wins and only 38 losses of the team batting second. How will things unfold in today's match, considering both are vying for just pride?
51 victories batting first and 38 batting second. I mean, chasing down is difficult. It seems so, and batting first is easier if you put up a good total. But yeah, I mean, see, that is history. That is what we have seen over the years. But this season, if you look at the recent matches, at the 4 matches, it's been 50-50. 2 matches have been chased down easily, including one where CSK chased down the total, and 2 have been won by team that has batted first. So I think it's more about putting up a good total. I agree with the fact it's a difficult wicket to bat on. It's not easy. The ball doesn't come onto the bat easily, where the batters enjoy, like what you see in Mumbai at the Wankhede Stadium or Eden Gardens, where the batters enjoy batting on those conditions where it's fun to bat around. But then Chidambaram is a wicket for bowlers, I believe, especially spinners. It's not easy to take them on because you have to go out of the way, you have to time the ball, which doesn't happen frequently at Chepauk. So hence, I believe, I mean, if the statistics, if the history says batting first is easier, why not go for a interesting and exciting total, a challenging one, or more than par total is around 160, right? So let's go for 170, 175 plus, and then the match will be in your pockets. But then you'll have to be in control of your situation as well. So I think, the history suggests that batting first is easier, and it gives you chances to win more. But again, the history, the recent IPL 25 suggests something else. It's 50-50. So I believe if the history says so, let's go. I mean, whatever team wins the toss elects to bat first, put up a good total, try to put up a good total. In fact, 180 plus, the match is in your pocket.
Well, all-rounder Shivam Dube is the leading run scorer for CSK in the tournament. Does it reflect the concern of CSK's top batting, where you had big names but all fell down and things came tumbling down? It's like the Humpty Dumpty rhyme of the olden days, Your views.
Yeah, this is interesting. This is an interesting question. The way Chennai Super Kings started initially, they were looking promising, especially the top order. I mean, Rachin Ravindra, Devon Conway, it was looking a devastating pair, and especially the way Rachin Ravindra started his game. But suddenly, what happened? He's lost his way, and then you had multiple, changes, multiple shifts in batting order. Whether you talk about sometimes Rahul Tripathi came at number 3, then you had Ruturaj Gaikwad before he left because he injured his hand, and then Rachin Ravindra became inconsistent. On top of that, Devon Conway, who wasn't looking convincing, and then recent game you saw Sheikh Rashid batting at number 3 as sometimes opening. Then you saw last game Ayush Matre making his debut, and an impressive debut, by the way, at the Wankhede Stadium, his home ground. So yeah, it's been inconsistent, and one of the reasons why the whole pressure has come to the middle order, especially Shivam Dube, and he has done a commendable job doing that rescue act with his power hits, with his long handle shots, and the way he's his positive approach that has helped his team. I mean, just 2 wins, you cannot say that Shivam has done a lot, but then whatever he was asked to do by his team, he did it, and he did it convincingly. And that's what his job is. That is what Mahendra Singh Dhoni has been asking for him, and he's doing it perfectly fine. But somewhere or the other, the top order has to come good, especially the youngsters like Sheikh Rashid, like Ayush Matre. It's a great opportunity for these youngsters to grab it, make a mark. Maybe if they are released next season, they will be sought after players, especially what Matre showed in the last game. Definitely he'll be the one. If he's released, he'll be the most sought after, maybe in crores, you never know. So yeah, Shivam Dube continued to be a valuable batter in the middle order, while the top order has failed. I think it's Shivam Dube alone. Other than that, MS Dhoni has tried to come good. Yeah, he's done in a couple of matches, but the whole team has crumbled. Yeah, Jadeja was fine. So again, it's not just Shivam Dube alone, it's Jadeja, and then Dhoni also has promoted himself up the order. So yeah, the burden has come to the middle order, especially Shivam Dube. Top order has failed miserably of Chennai Super Kings.
Well, that's what you heard it from 4 of the best voices of the game, whether it was Anil, the famous umpire, Paul Dennett, the podcaster, Dos Rizvi, the journalist, and also Noel David, the former Indian off-spinner. All 4 of them coming together, talking about 2 of the most inconsequential matches for the table standing, but more importantly, for the fans, it's going to be a humdinger because they're playing for the pride, and that's all we had time for. This is Sunil Yashkalra signing off from the beautiful Marbella Resorts at the Cornish area of Sharjah, and requesting you, please don't touch the remote. Don't go anywhere else. We'll be back after a short commercial break. Thank you.
For more such videos, subscribe to the Newsx YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.